Hi, this is Paramita. Uh, in my last video, I have shown you like how to create a remote repository. Then we cloned that remote repository into our local machine. We created a local repository, and then we we also did like we staged our work, like how to use the git add command, and then how to commit using the git commit command, and then finally how to push the code to the remote repository. Okay, so everything we did in last video, it was in our within our main branch only. We didn't create any new branch or anything. But today in this video, we are going to see like how to create branch, how to work on branch, and how to push the branch to the remote repository as well. And before that, we'll see how to merge and all those stuff. Okay. Now there are two ways. Like you can do the merge in your local machine as well in the local repository, or you can do the merge in the remote repository. So both the way I'm going to show you today. But before starting that, uh, I want to I want to explain something. Like the Git is a distributed version control system. Okay, so if you look at this picture, you can see on the top there is a server repository. That means that a remote repository which we created in the GitHub. Okay, so in real life, what happens? Maybe some team leader or your manager, he's going to create the project in the remote repository. Okay, then from there, suppose there are three developers or maybe two developers, one tester, whatever. So these three people, what they are going to do, they will pull the code from the remote repository. That means they will clone that remote repository in their local machine. Okay, so three of them will take the same code from the remote repository. They will clone and they will create the local repository in their machines. Okay, everyone. So after that, what's going to happen if they work in the same local repository and they push the code directly to the main remote repository like we did before, then what will happen? There will definitely be a lot of conflicts. Okay, three of them, if they push the code, uh, so there can be a chaos. So instead of doing this, what happens in real life? Like after cloning the remote repository in a local repository, what we do, we create another working copy of that in our local machine. Okay, so that working copy is called actually branch. So we'll work on that branch, and then we'll push, instead of pushing this uh, main repository to the main remote repository, what we'll do, we'll push this branch and to the remote repository, and there it will create a branch actually. Okay, and after that someone will review the code, test the code. If everything is all right, they will merge. Normally a senior person or lead team leader, they will do that work. Okay, we don't need to do. So this is in real life, these types of things actually going to happen. But another way is this: we can do the merge in our local machine also if we want. So we have command for that. I will show that first, and after that I will show like this. Okay, how we can push the branch to the remote repository, and then we can do the merge in the remote repository itself. Okay, not in the local machine. But first I will show you how to do in the local machine, and then I will show how to do in the remote repository as well. Okay, I hope the concept has been clear to you. So basically, in real life, we are going to work like this. We will not do merge in the local. Our senior will do the merge in the remote repository after checking everything. Okay. So now I will start. So what I will do, I will create a new repository first in my GitHub account. I log in. I have already have some repository here, but I will open a new repository. I will give a name practice branching. Okay, so practice branching. This is public and a readme file. Create repository. In my readme file, what I will write? For the time being, practice branching. It's fine. Practice branching. That's okay. I don't want to make any changes here right now. And then I'll go to my remote repository. And what I'll do? How to clone it? Just I'll copy this address, this HTTPS address. Copy it. Excuse me. Then I'll open my Visual Studio. I'll create a folder here first on my on my desktop. I will say ABC. Probably I gave open folder. That's why it's coming like this. Oh, I want to create folder. I could do it like this, but I just don't want to make you confused. New file, open file. Oh, there is no create folder options. Okay. Okay, then I just can right click here and I can create a folder. So I'll give the name ABC. Okay. So I'll select this folder. Yeah, see, this ABC folder has come here. Okay, so we are going to clone our uh, remote repository here in the ABC folder. So we'll open the terminal, control tilde, terminal is here. I'll use the bash. So by default it's coming PowerShell, but I'll open here and I'll go to git bash. Okay, now in git bash we can see already, that's the beauty of git bash. We like it will already show you like which directory you are in. So we are in ABC directory. Now here we will do git init. So we used git init, so we have initialized git, and then now we will do git clone, and we will paste that HTTPS address which we copied from our remote repository. Okay, practice branching. All right, so we just paste here. Git clone is going to clone the repository for us. Yeah, it has been cloned. Now see here, within the ABC folder, practice branching is there. If you want to go and check physically, you can go and check. There will be a ABC folder on the yeah, see, the ABC folder has been created here in the desktop, and within the ABC, practice branching is there. Okay, so right now it will be empty, only readme file will be there. So so practice branching, we are in ABC directory. We have to go to this practice branching, so cd practice branching. Yeah, so this is our main branch. Now, in my last video, what we did, we worked on this main branch only. We created some files and then we pushed the whole main branch to the main repository in the remote main repo. But now we are not going to do this. What we will do, we will copy a workspace. That means we will create a new workspace. Okay, we will create a new branch. New workspace means we call it branch in Git. So to do this, what we are going to do, we are going to use git branch. We will say new function. New function. Okay, so I'll give you give the name of this branch, new function. So enter. So now new function branch has been created. To check, you can use git branch. See, it's showing now two branches are there. One is main and one new function. But we are in main branch, so it's with the start. Even in bash, you can see it's always will show with the line also which branch we are in. It's showing main. Now we want to go to new function branch and then we can want to start our work. Okay, so how to do this? Git checkout branch name. Branch name is new function. Okay, so it has been switched. See, now here it's showing new function instead of main. So we are within this branch. Now we are going to create some file here. You can create using your touch command, or you can go here in the Visual Studio file, new file, like that. Okay, but I will not do this. So I'm using touch command now. So touch, create some file or something. Yeah, right. Okay, index. Oh, sorry, I have to give a space. Index.html. Okay, so enter. See, here within this folder, index.html has been created. Now we'll put some data here. Oh, I'm just using here init. Yeah, so init is a nice way to get a skeleton for HTML file. So how to do this? Just shift, and this is the sign, exclamation sign. It's in the second row of your keyboard. So shift and push that sign and then enter. So you will get that. Okay, so here this is a skeleton for HTML file. If you know HTML file, you know what is this, and if you don't know HTML, don't bother about this. We are just putting some data in the file. Okay, so this is a new feature. Then maybe we'll put a paragraph. This is my first. Okay, this is home page. Okay, so now I want to save it. Control S, save. All right, so one file is created. I'll close this file and I'll create another file. Touch parameter.text. See, parameter.text came here. Oh. I'll put some text here. I am working on new branch. I am creating home page, like that. Now I will save it, Control S, and close it. Now one thing I want to explain here, Here I am working on the new branch, new function. Okay, I have created two files. But here you see these two files, they have been created under the same folder, practice branching. What I want to say, if you create files in main branch or in your new branch, other branch, it doesn't matter. The files will be created under the same folder. Don't mix up the branch with the folder structure. Folder structure is different and the branch is different. Branch is about working on Git, but this is our computer folder structure. So even if you make the files in main branch or any other branch, or if you want to open 2-3 branches, wherever you make the files, all the files will be in the same folder, practice branching. Okay, if you want, you can go there physically and you can check here, ABC folder, practice branch. See, they are here. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you create the files in your main branch or any of this branch, all of the files you'll be able to see in the same folder or the same directory. Okay, here the directory is practice branching. Now we have created two files. Okay, so if you merge this branch here in the local repository, you can do this. You can use this. What we have to do, we have to just go back to the main, git checkout main. Okay, so we'll go to the main now. After coming to main, we'll just merge it, git merge, what was the branch name? Yeah, new function. Okay, already up to date. So now actually all the files are in main branch. Okay, because the branch has been merged. Now you can like we did before, we staged and committed from the main branch and then push the whole main branch to the new to the remote repository. Okay, if we want, we can do this, but okay, first I will do this and I will show you the difference actually. So here I will do git add dot all added. Now git commit. I'm not checking the status, but in reality it's always good practice to check the status before committing and then commit. But here I'm not checking the status, I'm just committing it. So git commit, we'll say home page committed. Okay, so it has been committed and now we'll push the code as well. Git push, yeah. So now we'll go to our remote repository and we'll check. Now we can't see anything here. What we are going to do, we'll refresh. Yeah, see, index.html parameter.text. So it came. But if we do like this, what's the problem is that I'll just show the picture again. So basically these three people, all of them are working and all of them, they are just pushing the code here directly, okay, in the main server, the top server. So they just work here in the local repository, 1, 2, 3 people, and they just push the code. Now there we are not getting the chance to see if they did the same thing or there will be some conflict and all. There can be chaos. Maybe they can conflict with each other. There will be more chaos. Okay, so there can be more conflict and all those stuff. So this is not a good way to do this. So directly if we do like that, instead of doing this, what we are going to do, when we work here in the local machine, we will not merge here. We will create the branch. I will create another branch. But before creating another branch, because I have already merged this our new function branch, so I will delete that branch. So to delete that branch, git branch d branch name. Our branch name was what? New function, I think. Yeah, new function. If you are not sure, you can use git branch and you can see that one. So new function. Yeah. So the branch is deleted now, because once it has been merged, there is no point of keeping the branch. So now, so whatever you have seen so far, so that's not a good way to work on actually. So what we'll do, we will create the branch git branch sorry, developer one. Okay, we are creating a new branch called developer one. So instead of working like this, which we have done so far, what we will do, we will clone the remote repository, and then we'll create a new branch, and then we'll do all our work in the new branch. Here this new branch is developer one, so it will already inherit uh, this index.html and parameter.txt, because already the main branch is here. So when we are creating a new branch, it will inherit all the files and folders from the main branch also. That means those are already here in the developer one. Okay, that we'll see later on as well. I'll show you. And it's already here, but still I will do some new modifications here. Maybe I will make some more file, touch john dot text. Okay, so enter. I'll create some text here. This is new modification. I'll save, Control S. Okay, then I'll close. So now basically in this branch there will be this john.txt also, and these two files also, index.html and parameter.txt. Anyway, so whatever I have added here, I have worked here in this branch, new branch, I will add and commit them. Git add john.txt. You can check the status if you want, what's happening. Yeah, see, the new file john.txt is ready to commit. So I will commit here. Git commit. I'll say new feature committed. Okay. Now it has been committed. Now this commit I made, it has been committed in the, oh sorry, I'm in main branch. Shit, I didn't want to be in main branch. Actually, I wanted to be in my new branch which I opened. Anyway, I will create another file in the new branch. Did you understand what's the thing happened here? See, right now, oh, I gave a wrong spelling. Git branch. See, there are two branches, developer one and main. This new branch I created. I wanted to work on that new branch, but I created this new file in the main branch because I didn't go to the new branch. Okay, but I wanted to go. So whatever I did work so far, it's all done in main branch only. Sorry, I will go to the new branch now. So git checkout developer one. So now see, we are in developer 1 branch. So be careful, just look at this bash line all the time. It's very clear, it's showing that the branch name and all. I just didn't look for that one. So just be careful where you are working and all. So now we are going to work on the developer 1 branch. Okay. So in the developer 1 branch now, all these files which we created in main branch, they all are here in this branch actually. In addition to that, whatever modification we will do, that will be here. So I'll create a file here, touch dev.text, enter. So dev.text will write something. This is new development. Control S, save the file, close it. Now, before what we did, we merged this branch with the main here in the local machine. This time we are not going to do this. This time what we are going to do, we will add and commit here in the branch itself. Just check git status. See dev.text, it has not been staged yet. So we'll stage git add and then we'll commit git commit we'll say new development in branch. Okay, so we'll commit it. Yeah, so it has been committed, and then we are going to push this branch to our remote repository. Okay, so how to do this? Git push. When we pushed from the main to the main remote repository, we just gave the address, git push address, like HTTPS address. Okay, now here we'll do git push. Yeah, we'll use the same command. Let's see what happens. There are a lot of other ways as well. We'll just do this. Yeah, see, I'll show you the difference. What will happen now? We can't see anything. We'll just refresh. Look, what's the changes you can see here? Now you can see here 2 branches. Okay, so before there was only 1 branch, only the main, but now there are 2 branches. So we use the same command, git push, and our remote address of our remote repository. The same command, there is no any difference, but this time this code is not going to be inside our main remote repository. Instead of that, what it did, see in the remote repository, the same file is there which when we committed last time, there are index.html, parameter.txt. Nothing new, no new file have come. What happened? It has created a new branch here. See, instead of 1 branch, 2 branch. We'll click here. If you click, you can see there is a main branch and there is a developer 1 branch. Updated 2 minutes ago by aspiring tester. Okay. So if you click here the main branch, you will see the same thing which were before. Okay, all new files, they have not been updated. But if we go to the developer 1, you see all the new updates will be there. Index.html, parameter.txt, they were already there before, so which we inherited from the main branch, and in addition to that, we have added one file called dev.text, which we committed and in the branch, and what we did, we pushed the code from the branch, so that's why it has created a new branch. So in reality, we are going to work like this. We will not merge in the local machine when we are working in a team. If you are working for yourself, then you can do that. We can merge everything there in the local machine and then push the final code here. But when we are working in a team, we are going to work like this. We will not do the merge in the local machine. Whatever modifications we'll do in a branch. We'll create a branch there, and after that, we'll push the branch to the remote repository like this. So in this way, there will be a separate branch for us. Okay. And similarly, I told you about the team of 3 developers. They will also push their branch like this. They will have different branches here. So there will not be any mix-up. Then the team leader or the senior developer, what he will do, he will check everything and it will be tested and all. Then he will do the merging. Now, compare and okay. So you can see I am having a column compare and pull request. Okay. So if you click here, if you see here developer 1, this is the branch. You see there is a, in the right hand side, there is edit button, delete button, new pull request. So when we want to create a pull request, we'll just click here, new pull request. So we will send the pull request and the concerned person, he will decide and approve. So here you can write some subjects. It's just like about the subject related to what you have worked on your branch. It's already came a suggestion, new development in branch. That's good. If I want to write something, comment, blah, 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 whatever you want to write, you can write. I'm not writing anything here right now. So write your comment, okay? Then drag and dropping selection. If you want to attach any file or anything, you can do, and then create the pull request. So once the pull request is done, then the person who is authorized to merge, check and merge, he will see the code, he will see testing, review everything, and then he will merge it. So in reality, I am not going to merge it. So my team leader will merge it. I will not have access there also. All this remote repository will be in his remote repository actually. But here I can see here in my machine. So I'm just to show you, I'm just clicking here, merge pull request. Then confirm merge. So it's merged now. So once it's merged, you can do revert also. If you want to revert the merge, just click here revert. You can revert. Now that your code has been merged, your branch has been merged, there is no point of keeping the branch. Sorry. So you can delete the branch here, delete your branch. Now remember, when you delete here, it's just deleting in the remote. Okay, your local machine is different. So here we are working on the remote repository actually, on the GitHub. So the branch is deleted. Yeah, that's all. So now we will go back to our repository, practice branching, and see what happened there. Now see, it's showing again one branch. Okay, that is only the main branch. There is no any other developer one branch because we have deleted this, and before that we merged. So instead of showing two files, paramita.txt and index.html, now we are having dev.txt also because it has been merged from the developer one. Okay, so now after merging, everything is here in the main repository, and this is our GitHub repository, remote repository, not the local machine. Now another thing I want to explain to you here. Oh yeah, there are 3 files only total. Okay, Hmm. So yeah, so I think it's quite clear now, like with the practical example that how it's going to happen. So then I want to explain that fork and clone. Yeah, what's the difference between fork and clone? See, in our remote repository, on the top right corner, there's a button called fork. Now it's not activated here because it's my own repository. In your own repository, you cannot fork. That's the difference with the clone. So now here it's showing 0. In the fork button, it's showing 0. That means nobody has forked from my repository so far, this practice branching uh, repository. Okay, so it has not been forked by anyone. Now you cannot fork your own repository because it's already in your machine. So fork is like sort of cloning, but it's like a remote cloning. Like if you are eligible, like uh, like I have this repository here. Suppose another person, Mr. A, he got a GitHub account and he got a repository there called testing or something. Okay, so he will have a same type in that repository. He will have same types of address and all everything. So, and if that repository is public, I will open that repository. I will go there and I will have a similar looking screen there, and there the fork will be activated for me. Okay, because if you are in your own repository, it's not going to be activated. So when you open others repository, there if you click fork, what happened? Just like when we clone our remote repository in our local machine, that means we basically copy it. Similarly, we will copy the others repository in our remote repository. Okay, so it will not come in our local machine. So it will come in my account, in GitHub my account. It will just be cloned. Okay, so I'll not say clone, it will be forked. Okay, so fork is basically a remote cloning, you can say. So after forking from others repository, that repository will be in my GitHub account, and from there that will be a similar repository like this, and from there I can clone that in my machine if we want. Okay, so that's the difference between fork and cloning. So so, so what happens? Suppose my team leader, he got a separate GitHub account. Okay, so he gave us the address of that remote repository, of his remote repository. We will just open that in our browser. We will go there and we'll click fork. And before that, we will be logging in our GitHub account. Okay, so when we will go there and we'll click fork, it will automatically it will come in my remote repository, in my GitHub account, and then I can clone that in my local machine and I can work, and then I can push that to his repository like the same way we did right now. Okay, I can push my branch to his repository. So that's the way we are going to work. Hope the concept has been cleared. So watch this video from the beginning till end. It will be more clear. And in my next video, I'm going to discuss some basics of Git and GitHub. What is Git and what is GitHub in more detail. If anyone is interested, you can watch my that video. Thank you for watching.